Learning with Sarah, all about Juliet, Capulet, and answering all those assumptions. This is Juliet Capulet, a beautiful 13-year-old girl and the daughter of Lady Capulet and Capulet. Juliet grows up quickly upon falling in love with Romeo, the son of her great family's enemy, the Montagues. This is the nurse, Juliet's closest friend and confidant, and someone that she looks up to. This is Tybalt, her closest cousin and someone she loves very much. Juliet was born in Verona and is an only child to Lady Capulet and Capulet. She was raised in a very privileged household in the Capulet home. She was mostly raised by the Capulet's nurse, who acted as Juliet's mother. Juliet loves Tybalt very much. She confides in her nurse, and she remembers growing up with Tybalt from a very young age. Some things that she dislikes are the feud between the Capulets and the Montagues. She believes that if the love is mutual between her and Romeo, there should be no reason that they cannot get accepted as one. Romeo risks death to meet Juliet. Act 2, Scene 1. Romeo creeps into the Capulet garden to find Juliet on her balcony. They both reveal their love for each other and plan to get married in secret. They tell the nurse to arrange everything the next morning. How does Juliet feel? Well, she's appalled and agrees to get married in secret with Romeo. Romeo kills Tybalt. Act 3, Scene 1. Romeo meets Tybalt in the street and is challenged to duel. Romeo refuses to fight, but Mercutio is so disgusted by his cowardness, so he takes up the challenge instead. Romeo tries to break up the fight, but Tybalt kills Mercutio, and then upset Romeo kills Tybalt. Now Romeo is banished, and later on told he will be executed if he returns to Verona. How does Juliet feel? Well, at first, Juliet feels grief after the loss of her cousin Tybalt, but she later on turns her grief towards Romeo's banishment. Romeo plans suicide. Act 5, Scene 1. Romeo finds out that Juliet is dead, so he decides to buy poison and leaves for Verona, planning to die alongside Juliet's body. How does Juliet feel? Well, when Juliet woke up and she found Romeo drinking the potion. However, she could not stop him in time. She kissed him and cried as she realized what had just happened. How does Juliet feel about major characters in the play? Well, Juliet and Romeo. Juliet loves Romeo very much, but was a little upset when she found out that he was a Montague. Juliet and Tybalt. Juliet cares for Tybalt very much, and she was horrified when she finds out that he was killed. Juliet and her parents. Juliet is upset when she finds out that her parents are planning for her to marry Paris. Juliet and the nurse. Juliet loves her nurse very much, but later on when Juliet needs her nurse the most, her parents order her to marry Paris. The nurse just betrays her. How does Juliet feel about the feud? Well, Juliet feels as though love shouldn't be defined from where you come from. Romeo is a Montague and Juliet is a Capulet. Of course, this causes a big feud between the two and causes hate between all the people in the community. Therefore, Juliet finds it hard to be romantically involved with someone from the other side, but she quickly realizes that their opinions don't matter. What lessons did Juliet learn? Towards the end of their love journey, Juliet comes to the following realizations. It's important to think through decisions. Don't make rash decisions. Young love is not a good reason to take your own life. And we can see this by Romeo and Juliet arranging their marriage less than 24 hours after meeting each other. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe.